The OnePlus Ace 2 that launched in China earlier this year is one that went global as the OnePlus 11R. Now we have a follow-up to that phone in the OnePlus Ace 2 Pro. And this comes with 6 very important upgrades, one of which is very disappointing. Hey guys, my name's Ash, and today on C4E Tech we'll be taking a look at every upgrade the OnePlus Ace 2 brings to the table. Let's begin with the good stuff and get to that one annoying upgrade in a bit. First up, the screen. While the Ace 2 Pro still sports a similarly sized 6.74-inch display, this is a new panel from BOE. It's still an OLED panel, it's still got the same 1.5K resolution, meaning a crisp 450 pixels per inch pixel density. It's still got that 120Hz fluidity, it still curves at the edges, and it still lacks LTPO technology, but this time around the screen gets brighter. The brightness now peaks at 1600 nits instead of 1450. Also, while the phone itself does not have an IP rating of any kind, you can use the screen on the Ace 2 Pro when your hands are wet. OnePlus have now upgraded the chip on the inside. Instead of the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 on the OnePlus Ace 2, the Ace 2 Pro gets a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. This is a pretty substantial boost, and since Qualcomm doesn't have a 8 Plus Gen 2, at least officially, the 8 Gen 2 happens to be the best chip money can buy right now, putting the Ace 2 Pro squarely in the crosshairs of performance chasers. OnePlus claimed to have improved the cooling performance, and yes, the stability scores gone up from the low 60% on the Ace 2 or the 11R to late 60% here on the Ace 2 Pro. Given the 8 Gen 2 is supposedly an easier beast to tame, I for one am not sure if this stability increase is actually a result of OnePlus's improvements. Now, regardless of the why, the point here is that sustained performance should be at least a little better with this phone. It also feels like OnePlus have improved the haptics here. Now, I'm not really sure if it's a placebo thing or they really have used a larger X-axis linear motor, since I don't have the 11R with me to compare side by side. As with the Ace 2 Pro, the base still remains 12256, but OnePlus does offer a new top SKU, an insane combination of 24 gigs of RAM and a terabyte of storage. Now, that's not the only upgrade. The actual tech here has changed too. OnePlus has now opted for both faster LPDDR5X RAM and faster UFS 4.0 storage here instead of LPDDR5 and UFS 3.1. Now, before we talk about charging, let me quickly walk you through the unboxing experience. And while you're seeing the vertical unboxing footage, I'm also going to be showing you samples I quickly shot with the Ace 2 Pro on the other side. Apologies for the vertical video, I was super tired given I've been traveling a lot, and in a brain fade moment, I ended up shooting vertical video for shots instead of shooting 4K wide and cropping in as I usually do. Anyways, opening up the box, we are greeted by this red insert, never settle. Inside, we have the regular note from OnePlus, in Chinese of course, since this phone is China exclusive, for the moment at least. We then have a quick start guide, a SIM ejector tool, some OnePlus stickers, which look pretty neat. Now, these are another bunch of stickers, but these are included to help with UV tempered glass application. Surprisingly thoughtful. And finally, we have a soft TPU case. Let's now get to the Ace 2 Pro itself. Let me take it out of that protective plastic and peel the sticker off the back. This phone also comes with a screen protector pre-applied that I'm going to be removing in order to be able to capture the screen better. Digging further in, we have a red USB Type-A to Type-C cable, and that's followed by a 150 watt SuperVOOC charger. And this is upgrade number 4, this charger. Now, the Ace 2 Pro itself isn't very dissimilar from the Ace 2 or the OnePlus 11R. Yes, the dimensions do vary very slightly. If you wanted to be precise, the Ace 2 Pro is 0.3mm shorter and 0.1mm narrower, but it's also 0.3mm thicker and 6 grams heavier. Now, these are all just numbers, purely theoretical, because when you actually hold and use the phone, it feels just like the 11R. And it also has the same 5000 mAh battery on the inside. But with the new 150 watt SuperVOOC charger, this phone can go from 0 to 100 in just 17 minutes, which is a whole 8 minutes quicker than the time the 11R took. Pretty impressive if you ask me. Now, while the Ace 2 Pro largely feels the same, there are two important changes with placements. The first is with the fingerprint scanner, which is now located much higher, very similar to the placement found on the OnePlus 11. Guys, this is one of the things I disliked about the OnePlus 11R, so I'm very happy to see OnePlus move the fingerprint sensor to a more natural position here. Now the next change, this one I have mixed feelings about. Originally, between 2015 and 2017, OnePlus phones had the alert slider to the left. Now that changed with the OnePlus 6 back in 2018. They moved the alert slider to the right and it's remained there for the last 5 years. Now do drop a like if you, like me, you feel old being reminded of the fact that it's been almost a decade since the first OnePlus phone came out, and that was a flagship for 20,000 rupees-ish. Anyways, now with the Ace 2 Pro, OnePlus has flipped the position back to the left. What do you think about this change? Let me know in the comments below. While your reaction to that might be mixed, the next upgrade, now this is one I'm sure a lot of us are not going to be happy about. OnePlus upgraded the price. The Ace 2 with the same 12-256 space started at 2799 RMB, whereas the Ace 2 Pro now starts at 2999 RMB. Now yeah, there have been some upgrades. I'm not saying no, we've gotten a faster chip, faster charging, faster RAM, faster storage. Yes, I get it. But it's also been 6 months since the 11R or the OnePlus Ace 2 came out. So 7% more for the same 12-256 base, especially when Redmi just launched the K60 Ultra with a similar chip and IP68. I am not a fan of this pricing. What do you think? So anyways, that's every change the OnePlus Ace 2 Pro brings with it. The rest of it, the software, the cameras, they all remain exactly the same as we saw with the OnePlus 11R. So if you want to know more, I'll suggest you check out my 11R review, which will pop up in a few seconds. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.